Now, when we last spoke about Discount Chris Pratt on this channel, he got himself into a little bit of a pickle with a VTuber, Pipkin Pippa. He made the joke that many found distasteful towards her anonymity. You just don't do that on the internet. This is blasphemous. VTubers are pretty much like Mexican wrestlers. You leave the mask alone. You do not poke the mask, because if you mess with Sawazoshi, that's very disrespectful. So he then apologized by making fun at her company, which made the situation worse. So I remember reporting on that. Like, that joke got him into trouble. Now another joke seems to have gotten him into more trouble. Like, what could be worse than making fun of a VTuber? What could possibly be worse than making fun of Sawazoshi? And the answer is making fun of a criminal. Like, in the United States, you're not allowed to do this, at least not on social media. They take the criminals' safety very serious. Now, I don't really exactly know the situation, but from my understanding, a man tried to break into someone else's house, so we're talking about the burglar, and the person owning the house raped the burglar. Now, I'm all for castle doctrine as much as probably most of you, but I think that's taking it a little bit too far. I think even like people who support the Second Amendment and they believe that a man has the right to defend his own home, I think it stops at the end of the cock. You know, like, you're not supposed to, right? I mean, I hope everyone agrees. However, Chris Pratt made a joke. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said that if someone tried to break into his house, he would do the same. Now, again, this is a metaphor, it's a joke, clearly not allowed on Twitter, especially if it's directed to a criminal. I mean, come on. You think you are here? Like, we as a society need to band together and defend the marginalized, right? Like, who is more marginalized than a burglar? And because of that, he got his account suspended. Now, I understand that hate speech is at an all-time high on Twitter. I've been told by the ADL, I've been told by many people in the media. I just don't see it. I do think that the terms of service and the enforcement of them is even more strict than it used to be. Like, I do not think that Chris Pratt would have been terminated over this back when Jack Dorsey was CEO. He could have been terminated for other things, of course, and especially like if you made fun of blue check marks and game journalists, like those were the prestigious ones, but I guess now we have other prestigious people as well. You know, he would have been definitely suspended or banned for other things, not for this though. And I don't think he's coming back. I love the word suspended, right? Because suspended kind of implies that there's a point where the suspension ends, but it's permanent, isn't it? So it is what it is. What can I say? Do not make jokes on Twitter. Do not make metaphors. Do not have any type of fun. Twitter is a serious platform. You should consider it the same as WeChat. I think like Elon Musk actually said this. It's like WeChat. So basically, when you're on Twitter, you need to imagine that the entire Trust and Safety Council are in the room with you, looming over your shoulder, very concerned into what you have to say. These individuals are like your grandmother, right? So behave. Make absolutely sure that you're presentable as if you're at a job interview. When you're typing on Twitter, you need to be sweating bullets, basically. Like, you need to be very aware that everything you say can impact your job, can impact your university, your well-being as a good citizen, and we have the Trust and Safety Council to thank for this, of course. All jokes aside, though, Twitter's suspension system is very bizarre. At least on YouTube, like, you get 3 strikes. On Twitter, I genuinely like do not know how it works. Like, you get a little bit of suspension, then you get a little bit more, and then one of days you can find yourself that your account is banned. And I don't know how many followers Camelot had, but he definitely had quite a bit. I don't know, like, technically he can start a new account, but it's risky because when you start a new account, that can be banned at any point. So it is what it is, you know, like, I don't even know if these expire. Because, like, on YouTube, if you have a strike, if it's not a serious one, it's, like, not a serious violation, then it expires after 3 months. But on Twitter, I generally don't know. I'm pretty sure he's going to pop up somewhere else. like a lot of people ask, like, why do you use Twitter? And it's to keep in touch with you guys. Ironically, you want to have people following you, right? Like you want to talk with your followers and entertain them on social media when you can. It's also to keep up with the news. I mean, many of the videos that Discount Chris Pratt here is making were taken from Twitter. So as a content creator, you do need the platform in order to see what the journalists are talking about, to see what other people from the industry are talking about in order to make videos, right? And of course, is to keep in touch with other content creators. Like, for example, now that Chris Pratt got banned, you can see that the Quartering is trying to help him out. I'm making a video trying to raise awareness. Whether or not you agree or disagree with the ban, I do think that small independent content creators need to be helped because a lot of people think that we're competing with each other, but in reality, we're competing with the mainstream media, we're competing with big corporations. So the only way that we can try and stick together is to help each other in times like this, raise awareness. If he happens to make a new account, I don't even know if I can direct people to that because, again, it's problematic, right? Like if you get banned once, it's for life, it's for all accounts, you're not allowed to create a new one. But it is what it is. My wording, though, is to other content creators, as well as the few of you that still want to use the X app, is to make sure that you don't make jokes, right? Like, these are not people that appreciate humor. They do not appreciate metaphors. Everything you say will be used against you in the court of terms of service and trust and safety. So, yeah, be very careful with what you say. I also got in trouble for making a joke. It was a couple of weeks ago. I only got like a small suspension for it. I cannot repeat the joke on the channel because I don't want another suspension here. But it was a good joke. I like that. You know, like I found it funny. Other people found it funny. Apparently the Trust and Safety Council lady did it. Also, take into account that someone reported him for this, right? So, like, he made fun of a burglar, and someone that had strong sympathies for this criminal must have reported Chris Pratt. I think, like, people know who they are because they were bragging about it. Now people are looking through their timeline, and, you know, it is what it is. It's a shit show. I do not like this culture, to be honest. I remember a time when people used to be able to joke on the internet, and... you know, while you can consider, oh, well, Chris Pratt's joke is offensive. It's like, well, isn't that a subjective statement? Right? Like, the same people, they will go on and they will defend ugly female characters in video games and say that art is subjective, but for some reason, jokes are entirely objective, and if it upsets one person, it must upset the entire group, right? So every single burglar on Earth is probably upset by the fact that Chris Pratt, well, not Chris Pratt, Camelot is going to do to them what that guy did to the burglar if they break into his house. I see. Naruhodo. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.